good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. If you are diabetic, I am sure you have been warned by your doctor about the circulation problems that may occur, especially in your legs and your feet. That is why Medicare still pays for a free new pair of shoes if you're diabetic. And also, there's a system called neuropathy that may settle in that can be treated by a non-invasive system best described as the anodyne therapy. Call 1-888-489-8980 and find out how your leg circulation could be possibly improved by the anodyne therapy. Anodyne therapy is a non-invasive way of producing warmth in your legs and is applied by a professional in the convenience of your home or a nearby office. That's 1-888-489-8980. And if you'd like a free brochure on how Medicare can help you as a diabetic patient, many services are available for free. Call 1-888-489-8980.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And welcome. We want to have you smile all over the place, not only at home. And the beautiful part about Michigan is that we have been blessed in having 4 seasons. The one that we always complain about is still much better than what's going on in other parts of our world today. And one of the bright sides of aging is that if you are active and want to enjoy nature and all, Michigan is probably one of the most beautiful states, in my opinion, as far as having what you call choices. We many times have our issues with potholes and all that other stuff. But that's Mickey Mouse compared to what disasters, unfortunately, some people have to face, and our hearts and prayers go out to them. And this show is intended to highlight approaches that you can enjoy life in a positive way. And we surround ourselves with people that not only help you in your daily activities, but also in your spiritual activities. And a great friend that I've been fortunate enough to get to know better and better every year is Dr. Andre Lee, who was the administrator for Highland General Hospital, which is no longer around. And because of his extensive healthcare background, he is now diversified to being a professor and also online type programs, plus wanting to give back to the black community, is come up with very interesting and novel approaches of fundraising to get young black students into the medical field or healthcare providers. But he reaches out to all communities. And if you are in a church or an organization and want to have some interesting fundraising projects, like why not have portraits of famous people in our history? And then he's written books that can also be used as a fundraiser. Plus, if you want to get the congregations of different organizations, churches together, he gives you the guidelines. And he's even started some hospices that he has actually helped get started and also develop. And then the owners, they purchased it, was on their own. So he's sort of a consultant as well. Dr. Andre Lee, did I cover most of your attributes, or is there more?
You've been talking into my phone, haven't you? I can see that. There's a lot of hacking going on.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you.
I have to hack my computer and my phone.
Yes, right. Well,
I got a call yesterday from someone who wants to do a hospice down here in Tennessee, and they want me. They're gonna do a conference call on Monday. So yeah, I'm still doing that, and I'm doing a lot with churches. In fact, I got a meeting this afternoon with a church to talk about collaboration, because many churches are struggling with finding new revenue streams. You can't just stick with the tithing, and so I've come up with some things that I'm going to share with them this afternoon on how to develop some new revenue streams. And I'm going to tell you, I'm stunned that I didn't think of it before. But it involves partnering and collaborating with healthcare entities, not just hospitals. I said entities, and which could include hospices, DME companies. Because where's the money? Everybody complains about the high cost of healthcare. That's where all the money is. So I said to myself, well, what does this make? And he said, well, I'm an administrator, former administrator. I know this. So I've come up with some ways that this can be done, and I'm going to propose it this afternoon to a group of churches this afternoon. And, of course, part of it still involves the exhibit and the books that you just described, and also the digital newsletter that I'm trying to get churches to sign up for as a group that can just, all I need is the church email, and we will post and all of these new things that I'm talking about. And we'll continue to do that every week. In addition, in the newsletter will be suggestions and helpful tips for the congregations to talk about what they can do to either enhance their self-awareness on healthcare and help improve their healthy lifestyle, or save money as they use healthcare services. So, I mean, we're trying to cover a landscape of things here.
Right. Well, the beautiful part about what you're doing is actually helping the church not only educate in a very interesting way different issues that can be helpful in their daily lives, but also by reaching out in the respective communities, the church can get sponsors for the email newsletter, and we'll be glad to help them get sponsors. And the costs involved would really not be an expense, but a stream of income.
Exactly.
Right.
Not at the cost of the church. Everything I do is I try never to cost the church anything.
So it's as they say, an investment versus an expense. And the beautiful part about it is this is valuable information. So you not only are educated, but also able to promote whatever the church functions are various events. And all they have to do is they maintain the privacy of the email contacts. We just need an email address to the church, and it's after it's distributed to their members. So it's a terrific way of their being in touch. And you've written some books. I wondered if you take a minute and remind us some of the topics of the books that you've written.
Well, most of them, the books I've written, have to deal with Black health legends, people who have done things creatively through their career for the minority community. But I've written a couple of other books more recently. One is called Loose Ends. This is my second edition printing of this one, Loose Ends 2, and it outlines things that people need to do to organize their personal affairs, because you never know when unfortunate things happen to you, but you want to be sure that you have taken care of and organized things so that your family doesn't have to search around for it. So that's what's in Loose Ends 2. I also have a book that's dealing with documenting your family tree. We put that off, and we shouldn't, and this book is templated. All it is just requires you to answer some questions and fill in the blanks, and you start to document your family tree. The third one that has to do with I call accolades, and this one is celebrating the life of a loved one before they leave here. We do eulogies at funerals, but if I know I'm about to leave, I've got cancer, I know I've got, say, a couple months to go or a couple weeks to go, why not have a series of celebrations that recognize my life's achievement, plus cement my legacy for future generations long after I'm gone. And so there's a whole litany of tips and suggestions that you can do to celebrate. In fact, I did a presentation on this very subject last night to a college university group. I did a webinar last night on this topic, and the hosting person said, "My goodness, I never even thought about that." He said, "I got two parents that are in their 70s. I need to do something well." So this is the point. Why wait till people are about to leave here before you start saying, "I think about I didn't realize you did all these wonderful things." I need to put something together, or you need to put your legacy book together, or memorialize your achievements on video. We got the technology to do this now,
right?
And so this is something that you should preserve for your grandchildren. And you follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what should be done.
And the thing is that, like you brought out with technology, they could actually even have verbal messages so that you remember the person's voice and the connections that they had. And it's very reasonable. And with technology today, we talked about this a while back. If anyone wants to have like a video conferencing program in their church,
I can do that for them. Right. And the books are available, and I'll sell the books to the churches. And a smidgen above cost, because I'm not trying to make a ton of money. I just want to make a little money from my foundation. None of it goes to me. Right. And then the church can mark it up. In fact, I got 2 or 3 churches right now doing that very thing. Right. They're taking the books and I sold them to them at a nominal cost. They've marked them up. They sold out. They just told me I got to pick up another 100 books this afternoon and deliver them. They've sold out the ones I gave them. They want 100 more. Wow. And they're selling them at $10 a piece. Right. I didn't sell it to them for I sold them for way less than $10.
Right. Yeah, well, that's the beautiful part
you
of it. You
follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a heck of a fun. And both books, by the way, the Family Tree and the Accolade books, they have sold out.
Wow, that's the best sign of all as to whether it reaches out. Anyone that's interested, of course, the phone number that I like to give out is our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. And you have a website as well that people can log on to. Is that correct?
Yes, they can go to blackhealthlegends.com, and I'm really getting ready to revamp that website here in the next week or so. It's going to be a total store where you can look and see all of these items that I'm talking about, because there are about 7 or 8 books here, as well as these panel exhibits and posters and DVDs, documentary films. All of that stuff, these products are going to be on this website.
Wow.
I'm turning it into a total store.
Wow. All right.
Okay.
Like a one-stop store.
Yeah, you
for
can
Black
buy it
Health.
individually, and the price will be a little bit higher. But if you want it for your church, then you need to call me.
Right.
And we can come up to an agreement on
All
something
right.
that you can.
Terrific.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I know you hear what you're saying, and I want to have an opportunity, hopefully next week, for you to say some more. But right now, right now, we got to take a brief break. We will be right back with a nurse, Jennifer Hicks. Not just a nurse, a registered nurse, Jennifer Hicks. Don't you dare go away. We will be right back.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And welcome, and as promised, registered nurse Jennifer Hicks is in studio with me, and she has a company best described as quantum biofeedback, and she has an extensive background, not only doing regular nursing type stuff, but worked in a emergency setting, clinic setting. Right now, her office is out at the Mind's Eye Healing and Meditation Center, which is on 21 Mile Road in Macomb, Michigan, 15300 21 Mile Road. And what is exciting about it is that because of her extensive nursing background, she has taken her specialty and combined it with some people that of the like type that actually are of the entrepreneurial spirit, and put a whole clinic together, best described as multidisciplinary, integrative. Is that a pretty good description?
That's a great description.
You might want to pull the microphone closer to you.
Right, that's a great description.
Right. Now, I had the pleasure of actually doing a walkthrough in your nice enough to see that I have a bit of a cold, and I got honey and tea.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Now, you actually have products in the center as well, is that correct?
Yes, we do. So it is a bookstore, as well as there are essential oils, Bach flower remedies. There are natural healing modalities in the event that you're not feeling well. We also have salts to soak in to help the body heal.
Right. What a great concept. And the actual background is that it's owned by
two women.
Two women.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And they had a smaller place and said, "Hey, this is worthwhile making larger." Is that correct?
That's about it. So Jennifer Rossi opened the first one, the Mind's Eye, and then Gundi Gerhardt, she partnered with Gundi Gerhardt so they could make it larger, a much larger facility. So it's 6,000 square feet. And we have yoga, Tai Chi, aerial yoga there. We have the Pranic, Michigan Center of Pranic Healing there. Cranial sacral, people who do massage. Myself, I do quantum biofeedback and Bach flower remedies. And Jennifer Rossi, one of the owners, is a hypnotherapist and a pranic healer, and Gundi Gerhardt is also a pranic healer and an intuitive healer. And it just continues to broaden.
Yeah,
the people who come.
And I mean, it's such a magnificent setting. You just, in walking in, feel somewhat spiritual because of the atmosphere. It's just wonderful. And anyone that's interested, for the Mind's Eye Healing and Meditation Center, if you want a mini tour or maxi tour, depending on how much time you have, it's well worth the visit. And as a pharmacist, we're trained to strictly know all about the prescription drugs, the mechanism of action, and as to the side effects and all. But we're learning over the years now that we can learn a lot from non-invasive ways of treating and people. And one of the articles that you brought to my attention was written by Elisa Marshall, talking about the benefits of light therapy. Do you want to give us some of the highlights of that article?
Sure. So that's on WebMD. We got that off the internet. And there is a Michael Hamblin, a PhD, an associate professor of dermatology at Harvard Medical School. He's been studying the effects of light on humans for about 30 years. And in this article, there was a particular woman who'd been experiencing migraines for 30 years and had done the Botox and medications to try and assist to relieve that those headaches. And she went into a clinical trial testing with green light therapy, and it doesn't specifically state how long the study was for, but this article is posted in September of 2017, and since spring of this year she has not had a migraine headache, but what she does do is sit in front of her green glow portable LED lights 2 hours a day. And she said that she hasn't had a headache since then, and she doesn't exactly know why, but she'll still continue to do it.
Well, as we know, especially coming around this time of the year, there's a condition called seasonal affective disorder, which basically means that when it's cloudy and there's lack of sun, a lot of people that have to deal with this condition actually become depressed.
Yes, they do.
And it's amazing, how wonderful we feel when it's a nice sunny day and you just feel upbeat. And if you're not affected by this, as the term goes, sad, that you don't really appreciate what light can do. And the way it works is that, in fact, it stimulates the
The
whole
mitochondria.
body.
It was right in this article. It's saying it stimulates the mitochondria in the body, and the mitochondria are our power cells. So, and it does mention too the seasonal affective disorder, and they're using a blue light. The other interesting, there's quite a few different subjects, but one of them is they are considering or testing a red light emanating helmet to help with traumatic brain injury, to help the brain repair and the patient recover, which is phenomenal.
Absolutely, and you're basically stimulating the nerves and that actually go from the retina to the brain. And when you consider that just from light therapy alone, people can benefit, you can imagine, like for instance, with your specialty, you're involved with the biofeedback. Can you give us a little overview what biofeedback actually is? What happens?
Okay, so what biofeedback is when the body is being read, so something that will read the body, like an EEG or an EKG. The system that I use can also send back a balancing frequency. So when you come in, what you can expect is I would take a history of things that are going on with you, and we would then hook you up to a 5-point harness system, which has little diodes on them, which have actually different colored lights that light up when it's sending the frequency to your body, and then the computer is reading the data that the way that your body responds. Or you can sit on a mat. So when you come in, we'll send the frequencies to the body. Depending on how your body responds, the computer will analyze that data and let me know which frequencies will help to balance the body back. So it's similar in the light therapy in that it is helping the body to remember or stimulate the mitochondria or remember the most optimal function of a specific organ or mood even. Yes.
And you can actually, do you have any sort of a positive effect right from the first type treatment? How
Yes. Yes, I've had people who may have been feeling either congested or sad, or I also had another client who just recently just had a lot of different questions that he didn't really understand that he had. But when we went through the session, which is the first session is an hour and a half, and thereafter there are about 60 minutes, and you get 45 to 50 minutes of biofeedback each time. The questions were answered simply because of the way his body was responding to the stimulation. I was asking him questions by what I was seeing, and then he was saying, yes, that's actually right. And when he left, he felt much more relaxed and calm than prior to the session.
And it's available at an affordable price, and of course it depends on how much the person wants to get involved, but this is not the conventional approach to treating a lot of conditions where you're getting injections and taking pills and dealing with the subsequent side effects and what have you. This is all non-invasive type treatment, and based on what I see the future and possibly other locations. Hint, hint, hint. Right now, it's a 21-mile road near Shaner, and I really enjoyed our first tour, and I plan on coming back there and checking out more of it, and hopefully folks listening might be interested as well. It's been a delight to have you on, registered nurse Jennifer Hicks. Right now, I only have enough time for my favorite parting thought. which is yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, entrepreneursnetworkofmichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me.
If you're one of those folks who needs a helping hand, like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or help you pay your bills, run your errands, laundry pickup and delivery, maybe somebody to help you with bathing and grooming or in-home hair cutting and styling, you can't get out and you need medical help, maybe a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, a podiatrist, you name it, or prescription delivery, House Calls on Wheels is the answer. They provide both non-medical and medical services in your home. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour if you're using any of the medical services, and all of the medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. Call House Calls on Wheels for further information. It's a toll-free number, 1-888-489-8980. That's House Calls on Wheels, 1-888-489-8980.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And I hope you're smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. And you know what helps people if they're entrepreneurs smile? There's a magic word called money, okay? And that's why we encourage you, if you are a budding entrepreneur and want to bloom, to join us at our weekly, early morning. It's not really even that early. 9:15 ain't that early. But we meet inside Level 1 Bank every Thursday morning, and they talk about entrepreneurship. Level 1 Bank is sort of branching out. The branch that we meet at is right at Big Beaver and Woodward, 37100 Woodward, which is the southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward in Bloomfield Hills. Meetings start at 9:15. We get a chance to introduce each other informally, and we provide you with free donuts and free coffee, and attending is free. So I practice what I preach, that you want to get people's attention. Number one is that as soon as they hear, hey, if it's free, maybe it might be worth my while to go. But our Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan group has been meeting for over 40 years now, believe it or not. I'm the proud founder of the organization. I started the group with my neighbor, who was at that time in the office supply business. And we enjoyed talking about business, and we were trying to figure out how do we really build on each other's strengths. I've always enjoyed marketing and promoting and doing seminars, and said that, hey, maybe if we start a group, we'll meet other budding entrepreneurs and we can share our contacts. And from that grew our contact list to over 20,000 people. We generally try to limit the group to around 20 or 25 people, because otherwise, since it's only from 9:15 to 10:30, which is our regular meeting, we encourage you to hang around afterward to really get to know the other people in the group till around 11:30. So we try to make sure that by the time you walk out smarter than you walked in. And if you're an inventor type and want to hear the possibilities of you really getting your idea to market and making money at it, by all means show up. It's free every Thursday morning, 9:15 to 10:30. You could get started as early as tomorrow. And the truth of it is that a lot of people that come to our meetings have got these ideas and say, well, maybe next year I'll do it and what have you, or not quite ready yet. Well, I got news for you. There ain't ever going to be a perfect time for your idea. There are several ways to look upon entrepreneurship. The one way is that there are a lot of people that say, well, you really have to think through all of the possibilities of it not going right, and when you really feel comfortable with it, then go forth. Those are the type of people that say, ready, aim, fire. Well, if you're really an entrepreneur, you have to reword that little phrase and instead say, ready, fire, aim. Get as close to the possibility of getting it to market as is possible. And if it doesn't quite work out, then readjust your target. And those are just some of the things that will come up. And we've got some really interesting members of our group. Our organization is built on relationships and referral rewards. So in other words, if you join up as a member, which is only $1 a day, but you're welcome to come to our first couple of meetings at no charge. If you feel comfortable afterward to become a member, you as an ambassador for our group, if you bring in other people, you get a finder's fee for everyone that you bring in that becomes a member. You could conceivably, if you bring in enough people that are of the entrepreneurial spirit, have not only your membership fee free, but you could earn extra income promoting whatever you have to do. And the one thing that all entrepreneurs have to have is marketing. And I'm so excited about having one of our ambassadors in studio with me, who I have known for years. His name is Ted Kantu, and he is not someone that just said, hey, maybe tomorrow I'll start getting involved with mobile marketing. Ted Kantu actually went to Eastern Michigan University and worked in advertising in New York and in Chicago. And Ted is back on Michigan soil and is helping a lot of our fellow members really get their message out there by way of mobile marketing on the internet and all. Ted Kantu, welcome to the program.
Hello, Mike.
It's good to see you as always. And for those folks that have not heard your 60-second elevator pitch before, do it now.
Which one?
The one that
the best one, the current one, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what I'm doing now, I'm really super excited. I'm building an online network for all Metro Detroit businesses for the web. And what we're doing is we're trying to get as many different businesses connected to each other for the sake of local web traffic, authentic local web traffic in the Metro Detroit area, without buying ads on Facebook or any of that sort of thing. These are all real introductions to real businesses looking to do business with each other. And I believe that every business has a connection number of people that will actually multiply as we get more quality businesses connected. So, in a nutshell, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. So, are these businesses that are like the mortar and brick places?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, actually all forms, but brick and mortar businesses definitely, and it's free. So that's a great incentive right there for people.
So then, how do you anticipate someone in a particular mortar and brick place? What's the procedure? What's involved?
Basically, what I need is just their website, and actually, they don't even have to have a website. I can actually take their existing website and plant that in any market. So if they want to be in Royal Oak, Birmingham, West Bloomfield, I can actually move their website in those markets.
Mm-hmm. Because let's face it, with all of the formats of advertising, if you're in a retail type setting, it's very difficult to go the old-fashioned way of just sending out flyers and things. With the electronic capability today, you can really grow exponentially. Is that correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And mobile is the way to go.
Then, as far as if someone wants to get a hold of you, do you have a phone number that you'd like to give out?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's 248-277-6141.
Mm-hmm. That's 248-277-6141. So let's say I am a bakery. Can you help me out in terms of getting my baked goods more appreciated?
Absolutely. Yes. In fact, YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to have a video out there, even if it's just still shots and a voiceover.
Mm-hmm. And what's the procedure? Let's say they call Ted Kantu at 248-277-6141. Can you walk us through what happens?
Yeah, basically what I need is your email address and your website address.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really the only two things I really need. And also, I'd like to know the 3 best referrals for your business. Who would you like to do business with the most?
Mm-hmm. So then you, in turn, work it out so that their message gets out to that particular business. Is that correct?
Right. And what happens is, as the more profiles that we build, they cross-reference each other, which is really cool. So you might get unexpected business opportunities that you weren't expecting.
Now, you can go to any community. Is that the idea?
That's correct, yes.
So then the usual guideline that you always hear, you stay, you're local, but you can also go global. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. We wanted a system with no limitations, unlike all the social media platforms like Facebook and the rest. We wanted something that had no limits and that we had maximum visibility. That's what we really were shooting for.
Mm-hmm. So we were talking before we got on the air that you're working on specific communities, like if West Bloomfield or Bloomfield Hills or Ferndale, then you get that together like they as a group, and then in turn they help each other in building their respective businesses. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Right. Well, that's great. Now, let's say someone is interested. How long does it take for them to really get on board, so to speak?
Well, the profiles go up pretty quick, sometimes in as little as a day, and you can expect to see some sort of results in about a week.
Uh-huh. Now, this is not something that you thought up overnight. You've been involved in advertising for quite a while.
Oh, yes.
And you worked for some of the major companies, and according to your bio, you've worked for Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Capitol Records. Wow.
Yeah.
And as a result, you've been able to take that experience and add it to someone who's not as big as any of those companies. Is that correct?
Yes, we're taking Madison Avenue to Main Street, USA is basically what we're doing.
Well, and you can work within the budget of pretty well anyone that's in business, and ideally you already want to incorporate some of the things they're doing now, but how they can do it better and make it more profitable. Is that a good description?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a lot more to talk about, and I want to get back from our break and talk about not only just mortar and brick type places, but you also deal with professionals in the healthcare field and legal services. A lot more to learn from Mr. Ted Kantu, a mobile marketing expert. Don't you dare go away. House Calls on Wheels has a great idea on how you can help your loved ones stay comfortable, independent, safe, and right at home by converting your attached garage or retrofitting your home to a customized home healthcare suite. Call 888-489-8980. The Healthcare Suite is a customized floor plan which quickly and easily converts your garage or modifies any room inside your home into a comfortable living area in less than 90 days. If you'd like, the unit has its own heating, air conditioning, and plumbing system, even a private bathroom, and all of this for less than a year's stay in a nursing home. And we have a budget plan so that we can work within your budget. Call 888-489-8980. We even have a free video that you can see. Call 888-489-8980 and find out about the healthcare suite now.
Do you know someone who needs to see a dentist but is homebound? Dr. Mansour's Portable Dental Services provides dental treatment in the comfort of a person's home. Portable Dental Services administers all aspects of dental care. To make an appointment, call 586-873-5567. That's Portable Dental Services, 586-873-5567. Portable Dental Services, making smiles at home.
And a friendly reminder is that tomorrow is Thursday. At least that's when we're doing the show. Sometimes we rebroadcast, so I don't want to throw you off if you're hearing a rebroadcast. But on a normal routine, we do the shows on Wednesdays. So if you hear this on a different day, by all means, just write down Thursday mornings from 9:15 to 10:30. You have the opportunity for free to have free coffee, free donuts at Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward in Bloomfield Hills. Beautiful setting. We have a nice private room, accommodates comfortably at least up to 30 people. We purposely don't want to go too much higher because from 9:15 to 10:30 you have a limited amount of time to really get to know each other. So from around 10:45 till 11:30, here's some business opportunities that you can develop as a sideline or maybe full-time. We've got quite a few people who, including myself, are involved with what it's called home-based businesses or direct sales, whereby you eliminate a lot of overhead by a conventional type business. You can work right out of your home. You know, there are so many business opportunities out there today because of the technology that you never had before. Think about it. In the comfort of your home or basement or garage, depending if it's heated or not, and sitting in your pajamas, you could be in touch with the whole world. And we help you in customizing businesses that are appropriate for you. The biggest dilemma that people have, and many times in business, is they decide on something that years ago and try to plod along in hopes that somehow things are going to get better. Flexibility is one of the keys. But most important of all, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? We help you as actually mentoring you and customizing a business that's perfect for you. You can maintain your current position in most of these business opportunities, and as long as you're getting a check that helps pay the bills, stick to it. You can always add on if you're motivated on staying where you're at in your business, because that's where the bills are being paid from, but having additional income. It's called the different sources of revenue, multi-stream. There are some people in our group that have about 3-4 different businesses that they're getting a residual income. And our Entrepreneurs Network, by the way, which is just $1 a day if you decide to join us, if you bring in other members, you get a finder's fee, and you could actually not only help yourself, but help the other people. But you can have all of the capability and technology available to you. You need a professional to help you. And I'm really glad that Ted Kantu, who is a mobile professional in marketing, is an ambassador for our group. And he has helped companies like Coca-Cola, Capitol Records, and also has worked with Budweiser, so his extensive experience can be brought home not only for the brick-and-mortar type store, but you have helped professionals like dentists and different types of specialties. Is that correct, Ted Cantu?
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
I helped put actually 2 different dentists into retirement.
Wow.
Yeah, right here from Troy.
Yeah, so... and they're retired with money in their pocket and hopefully their bank account. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, one's golfing now constantly, and he doesn't want to come back to doing dentistry.
I see. And then as far as the other professions, basically what you're able to do is identify who they should be targeting. Is that part of your service?
Yes. It's all keyword driven, and it's all based on popular searches. We research it from the month previous and find out what people are actually looking for. We can come up with a customized number sheet of how many searches are done for a particular industry, and then based on that, we build a little campaign for them and build it and make it local, make it targeted.
Right. And this is not something that like when you go to major type companies, they want you to sign some sort of a long-term contract, but you're willing to work with people like even over a 90-day period. So at the end of the 90 days, they see whether it's worthwhile staying on or building more. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
And that's really one of the things as an entrepreneur you should always be on the lookout for. One of the keys, assuming you know what you're doing and have the talent for it, you have to be flexible. I'm not that much of a football expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I always visualize in business it's very much like the successful football players who, once they have the ball and everybody's trying to tackle them, they know how to avoid being tackled. Is that right? You got to know where to go in between.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, and that's great. I'm glad you mentioned that, because what my goal ultimately for this area is I want every business owner to have some sort of a sense of an online marketing literacy, instead of just getting their pockets pickpocketed by different groups, the fly-by-night groups. I really wanted Metro Detroit business owners to stand up on their feet and actually understand how it all worked.
So, just since we're talking the healthcare field, just like in many cases, you want to get a second opinion on the particular condition that you may be dealing with, you can come in and do a critique of what their website is all and where they may be lacking. Is that true?
Yeah, there's a couple different tools online you can go to, and SEO Centro is one. There's like many, and I can basically take a look at your website and find out how Google sees it, and then where the missing pieces are, what needs to be done. And that's really interesting sometimes. So it helps a lot of different companies.
Well, yeah, a lot of times people figure, well, they'll get something off the shelf and plug in whatever they think in their mind is appropriate. But one of the cardinal rules in being successful as an entrepreneur, you have to listen to what your customer wants and provide it to them. That's it. Now, the other pitfall a lot of the entrepreneurs fall into is they go into an area that they really are not aware that they don't have the talent for. And, one of my ichisms, as I like to call them, is the next worst thing to not knowing is not knowing that you don't know. And just because you seem to see a nice website being formed by you and it didn't cost you anything because you did it all on your own and sort of cherry-picked from other websites, you think it's good, but if they ain't getting the results, then it ain't that good, right?
Right, yes.
So then you have certain barometers that you can say, all right, you're here now, this is where I feel I can get you, and then you've got some actual marks that a person can look for. Is that true?
Yes, and also, too, I want to mention really quickly, a lot of websites don't sell. They'll tell you their hours and their times of operation, that they care about people, but they forget to sell. So I help them with that, too. I help them get the right kinds of headlines and eye-grabbing sales copy.
So then the first thing they always tell you in any sort of business is you got to get people's attention. Okay,
absolutely,
right, right. And I think it was from Music Men, where they say you got to know your territory, right? So you know the territory. Hey, it may seem exciting to get involved in something you've never been before, but the reason that other people aren't there is because there's no market there, okay? And that's one of the things that I have run into with some of the entrepreneurs that come to our meetings, is they go by what a friend of theirs is successful at, but they don't realize their friend has got talent they don't. And you can identify that, Ted Kantu.
Yes.
Well, I look forward to seeing you at our meetings, and you're helping other entrepreneurs become mega successful, but you got to show up. Right now, we got to show off, and I don't want to leave without my favorite parting thought. which is if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say.